everyone, welcome back to Too Much Bricks. This is Kyle, and in today's video is yet again another LEGO Star Wars Mandalorian custom showcase. Now this is a revised one, or my second one. Now I had done one previous to this, but only one figure is actually returning from the previous one because I have revised this particular Boba custom. But the rest are all new. I'm glad to be getting this video out for you guys. I'm sorry for the lack of uploads recently. Just been very busy, but I hope you all had a great New Year and a great Christmas. Before we get into it, I do want to say subscribe, drop a like if you haven't. And if you want to stick around to the end of the video, definitely be sure to, because I am going to have an announcement at the end. So you definitely be sure to make sure you watch the entire video. Without further ado, let's get into this LEGO Star Wars Mandalorian custom showcase. Starting off with the man himself, or Boba Fett. This is his appearance based on his appearance in the Mandalorian episode. I believe that one was the tragedy where we first saw this particular version of him, the scuffed up one. But basically getting into what I did use a jetpack helmet and the torso of the original LEGO Star Wars Boba Fett. Not sure if it was from Empire Strikes Back or if it was from Return of the Jedi. Either way, that is what I used for that one. Now, the original jetpack I had, for those of you who remember from my mock, I had the helmet and I had the jetpack, but the original jetpack was actually cracked and broken because it was actually off a keychain. So, in my Christmas LEGO haul, if you haven't checked that out, definitely be sure to. I did get a new Boba Fett helmet, jetpack, torso, also legs, but I did not include the legs in this particular custom. But spinning them back around to the front, you can see for his blaster. Now, this particular character is actually going to be featured in my mock. Hoping to get an update out soon for you guys, and that'll be mentioned in the announcement at the end of the video. But I just used a regular, basic Lego gun. We've gotten these many times before, and just put a new power blast piece on the front. I think it really makes for a nice effect if that will focus. There we go. See a little bit better there. But taking that out of the way so you can give you guys a better look at this figure. There's a better look at Boba up close. So as you can see, torso, got some nice scuffed up detailing there. Again, this was LEGO's official. I did give him Wild Styles Apocalypseburg legs, some black arms, and some dark brown hands to represent kind of like what he had on before he put the armor on. Now, the base of the armor isn't exactly accurate because, I mean, he was kind of tan in the actual episode, but they've done it in a kind of a grayish blue to be more accurate to what we saw him like in either Return of the Jedi or Empire Strikes Back. Now, the helmet is slightly different from my original, and I don't have my original anymore, but that is for a good reason that hopefully you will see at the end of the video. So, the basic antenna and everything, and I have given him my second Anakin's head because that's what I used for my unmasked version to represent the scuff up the scars and kind of like his burnt up face from the acid and the teeth of the Sarlacc that he was trapped in. I also have given him just like a regular Lego papery black cape, and there's just more detailing of the chest plate continuing on the back, and more detailing of the scars on the back of the head. And as I said, just the standard regular green jetpack. And aside from that, I'm really happy with how this custom turned out. I think it's as accurate as I could get it. For my mock and towards the episode, I've rewatched it a couple of times to kind of see what it looked like. But yeah, that pretty much completes it for this guy. I'm extremely happy I was able to get him for Christmas because, as I said, I only had a keychain helmet and keychain jetpack. My torso and legs from the keychain were lost, and they didn't even look very good. But yeah, now let's move on to the unmasked version. Here is my unmasked Boba custom, or Barbarian Boba as I like to call him, as he very much was in that particular episode. And the basic changes I have for this particular figure is his weapon. Now, this figure actually did make an appearance in one of my mock updates, and I mentioned a couple of changes that I made in one of my mock updates, but I thought I'd include him in this showcase to give you guys a better look for those who might not have seen him. The basic updates I have made is I kept the top and the stick of the actual staff, but I did add this portion here. I'm not sure if that was in the original. It might have been, but I did add that portion in the back and kind of that curved spike just to make it look as accurate as possible. And sneak peek for my next set review. Here's the Tusken Raider staff, which is kind of what Boba was using, so it is very similar, but as I said, I rewatched the episode just to make sure, since this one's actually going to be appearing in my mock as well. So I do want to be as accurate as I can. So let me take that out of the way. I also still do have his blaster, or his gigantic long cyclo rifle, the Tusken Raider rifles, and I have figured out a way to actually sling both of them on his back. In the original showcase, unfortunately, I said that I could only sling one, but I did figure out a way, so I'm very happy about that, and I'll show you what that looks like later on. The other changes I've made to the actual figure, let me go ahead and give you a better look. There's a better look at Boba from the front. Now I've given him, as I said, Anakin's burnt up Mustafar face from the Darth Vader transformation set, as well as Wildstyle's Apocalypseburg scarf, Boba's original kind of side cape there, done in a nice brown, and I don't know if you could see that, I was blocking the light there. There you go. And then a cloth-like black cape in the back, and a papery black cape for the front, kind of the smaller garments to drape over the legs. And I've given him black arms, brown hands, or dark brown hands, and Anakin's torso to kind of represent all the robes and garments that he had on before he got his armor back, or as he says it, Mayoma Bik. Aside from that, like I said, it's a cloth-like cape, and I just felt like that looked a little bit better for this particular custom than the papery black cape I was originally going to go with. And then you could see some more continuation of the garment printing on the back. Again, it is LEGO's official Anakin torso, so nothing special about that. And aside from that, I'm very pleased with how this custom came out. I think this is one of my favorite customs of Star Wars and customs of my Mandalorians, and actually one of my favorite customs I've ever made. I think it looks really nice. I think it was the best head choice for Boba, in my opinion, for at least for him in this appearance. I'm going to go ahead and show you what both weapons look like slung around his back. Unfortunately, as I said in my original showcase, you can't actually do it with the scarf, so I'm going to have to take that off, but let me show you what that looks like. There's what Boba looks like with both of his weapons slung around his back. Again, I showed you that neck brace design that I had earlier, so you can get his staff. I'm not exactly sure what it is called. Leave down in the comment section down below if you know. And his cyclo rifle in the back there. I think it looks really nice. I'm not going to have that on him in the actual mock because I really like how the scarf looks. His neck just looks a little thin and bare there. So I really think that this scarf kind of helps blend all the garments in together. But yeah, let's move on to the next fig. Next up is Fennec from the Mandalorian series, and I'm not very happy with how this particular custom came out. I really want to do a much better job on this, but I really didn't have a lot of minifigure parts to kind of make what she looked like. I rewatched the episode, as I said earlier, a lot of times, but I think I did the best that I personally could do. This is also going to be featured in my Tython mock, but I do have a custom rifle. You might remember this from one of my rifle tutorials for her to represent that kind of odd rifle that she had. Standard Star Wars rifle, though. Just a regular angry girl face, black arms, black hands, black torso with a little bit of detail there, and some different kind of colored legs there. I'm not exactly sure which legs those are from. I think it might be Ninjago, just to represent she had some different colored garments on the bottom there, and the long braided hair that she had. I didn't have one of these in black, so I just used the next best thing, which was dark brown. And aside from that, that's pretty much it for her. Very simple custom, nothing too fancy. I wouldn't have made her if I wasn't going to make the actual mock scene she was in. So again, not too happy with her, but maybe, who knows, maybe she'll return in a part 3 to my custom showcase. Next up is a custom I am very pleased with. This is Bo-Katan from her appearance in the Mandalorian series, the live action series. And as I said, I am very pleased with how this particular one came out. I've used a standard Mandalorian torso, arms, hands, and legs that we've gotten many times before. Although I'm not sure if those are the actual legs. They actually are not. I'm just realizing that now. Those are from the Lego Batman Mr. Freeze figure. But taking her helmet out of the way and her blaster, give you a better look at the torso there. So done in a nice dark blue, and I think it was the best torso I could find to represent that kind of makeshift, kind of different colored armor that she had. And she also does have her gray jetpack there. Now I am using Black Widow's head and hair from Age of Ultron. The reason I say from Age of Ultron, although her face has appeared in the original Avengers, is because this particular hair did not appear in the original Avengers figure. But I do have another hair suggestion that I was thinking of for her, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like in a minute. But I just had used that originally, kind of get that curled kind of feel for it. But this I feel like is more of the actual Clone Wars appearance, and I did just give her a regular Star Wars blaster and the standard helmet that came with that Mandalorian torso. But let me go ahead and show you what that hair looks like. Now, I think that that looks really good, but I'm kind of torn between these two. Leave down in the comment section down below which one you guys like better, but I think I actually might be leaving that one on. Again, these are just going to go on display, this one, and that's the other ones that are going to actually be in my mock have already been showcased. So this one's just going to be on display. So I'm not sure which hair I'm going to choose to have on for her on display. But like I said, you never know. She could also return in a part 3 to my showcase. Next up is also one of my favorite customs, which is Moff Gideon, based on his appearance in The Mandalorian. And what I've done for him is given him a basic Lego black katana to represent the dark saber, and I'm very happy with how that looks. I think it's the best representation that I could personally get. But I used an original Lego Star Wars TIE Fighter pilot torso to kind of represent that type of armor that he had on. It was kind of a little different. Black arms, black hands, black legs. There's no printing on the back, so I won't show you. Standard black papery cape, and just a standard Lego face with a mustache on it, as well as some nice black sleeked black hair, or sleeked back hair. I'm trying to say that together. Sleeked black. Oh my goodness, sleeked back black hair. There we go. Just to represent that kind of short hair that he had in his appearance in The Mandalorian. Now, I was going to actually put this katana in a lightsaber hilt, but it just made it a little bit too big, so I'm just using the katana itself in its entirety and its handle, instead of doing a different one. I was going to have some leg printing, but I couldn't really find any good leg printing. Um, I looked up pictures of him, try to make these as accurate as I can. So I think just regular black legs was my best bet for him. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this custom turned out. And last but not least, my favorite custom, Luke Skywalker. Now I know I did say that Boba was my favorite custom that I've ever made, but this is my actual favorite custom, at least second to Boba in this particular showcase, which is Luke Skywalker. Now, I am going to be titling this video spoilers, as I haven't actually started off the video saying that, so hopefully you guys that are Mandalorian fans have already seen the series. But this is Luke based on his appearance in The Mandalorian. Now, what I've done for him is I do not actually have a Lego official Luke, so this is actually completely custom. I've given him a standard black hood, just a random Lego face. This is actually the Star Wars Death Star operator or trooper. I'm not exactly sure what their names were. Torso to kind of represent that silver belt that he had. One tan or skin colored Lego hand. One black hand to represent his robotic or his the black glove that he always wears, as well as a papery cape and just random black legs. And I think that this custom turned out very nice. I'm very pleased with this one. And for his lightsaber, to represent his green lightsaber, I've given it in the normal chrome or light silver lightsaber hilt, as well as a golden ring on top to kind of represent his, new lightsaber that he made, and obviously the normal Lego green um, Star Wars saber piece. As I said, I have been looking at pictures for these when I actually made these guys, so I tried to make them as accurate as I could. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me go ahead and give you another view of all of them together, and we'll wrap up this showcase. Before I do, I almost forgot. I did have a special character that I didn't really mention to show at the end of this particular showcase. I wasn't actually even planning as I was putting this video together. I actually decided last minute to actually put this clip in, but the reason I wasn't going to include this particular custom is because it is not a pure custom, for those of you who know what I mean. Pure custom is when you take real Lego pieces that are like the normal Lego prints and don't do any changes to them at all and just make a custom. But this is what's called a non-purist custom. I actually did repaint this particular figure, which I knew I had to once I finished the Mandalorian series. This is Boba with his new repainted armor. So there's a view at my Lego non-purist custom armor repaint Boba. Now in comparison to the one that I showed earlier, you can see the green is a lot darker than it used to be. Now what I did here is I took orange Lego arms And I just did some black and red touch-ups there to kind of represent his orange shoulder pads, the space in between, and then his red gauntlets that everything shoots out of, giving him regular black hands. Completely repainted the helmet. Let me stand him up straighter, get that glare out of there for you. So there's not a lot of scuffed up marks. I completely repainted the antenna, a nice black there. And I have used the Lego Battle Pack Mandalorian base design and print for the actual torso and just repainted that a darker green. Left the belt. I did not get to actually put the knee pads in. I might do that. Let me know if you would like to see some non-purist customs in the future. And I also did duplicate what I said earlier for that other arm on the other side, and I've given him a regular black cape. Spinning him around, I've also repainted the jetpack a darker green. Very happy with how this guy came out. So one of my favorites, but I still gotta go with my unmasked Boba as one of my favorite customs. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I do hope you found this helpful. If you spotted any cool custom techniques, let me know if you're going to use any of these suggestions to build your own customs. And again, as I said, leave down in the comment section down below if you'd like to see some non-purist customs in the future. Now, that non-purist Boba, I am very proud of, and I'm glad I was actually decided finally to include him in the showcase because that did take me a while. But as I said, definitely got to go with this one as my overall favorite. Now, the Boba here, the Boba there, and Fennec, those three that I just pointed out will actually be making an appearance in my actual mock. The other three will be going on display along with my custom non-purist method Boba. But you never know, there might be a part 3 to my Mandalorian showcase, hopefully, when the Book of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian Season 3 come out. But that's it. I know this was a very long showcase, but I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely be sure to subscribe, drop a like if you haven't. And as I said, there's going to be a quick announcement at the end of this video. The following weekend, at the time of recording of this video, it is Sunday, January 10th, and I'll put something in the comment section down below for those who didn't want to stick around for the entire video. But I will be going on vacation, so there's not going to be any uploads the next weekend. Just preparing you guys for that. But I'll see you guys after that. Thanks for watching. Remember, you can never have too much bricks. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep building.